Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to study Aestivation and Placentation. Aestivation, it is the mode of arrangement of sepals and petals in flower buds with respect to each other in the same word. And depending upon the nature of their arrangement, there are 4 different types of aestivations, namely valvate, twisted, then imbricate and vexillary or papillonaceous. Valvate, twisted, imbricate and also vexillary or papillonaceous. And here, in the case of valvate aestivation, we can see the members of the word is arranged in such a way that there is no overlapping of the edges, but they just touch each other without overlapping, as seen in the case of this calotropis. And now the next one is twisted aestivation. We can see in the case of hibiscus, the petals are arranged in a twisted manner in such a way that one end is in and the other end out, and that type of arrangement as seen in China rose, that is here one end is in and the other end out, again this end in, this end out, here this end in, this out. In this way all the floral leaves are arranged. The sepals and petals are arranged in such a way that one edge is inside and other edge out. And that type of arrangement is known by the name twisted aestivation. Twisted aestivation. And the third one is imbricate aestivation. Here also we can see overlapping is there, but not in a regular way. Here we can see some members are completely out and some members are completely in, remaining partially in and partially out, like this. Here in this arrangement we can see here one petal or sepal is completely out, this one is completely in, remaining partially in and partially out. This type of arrangement as seen in this acacia, then gulmohar, etc. are known by the name imbricate aestivation. Then the fourth type of aestivation is vexillary or papillonaceous. This is usually seen in pea, crotalaria, etc. Especially the Fabaceae, the family Fabaceae, we can see this type of arrangement of corolla leaves or petals of corolla. And here one standard petal is there which is completely out, and 2 lateral wing petals are there which is partially in and partially out, and 2 key petals which are arranged completely in. This type of arrangement as seen in pea, crotalaria, etc. are known by the name vexillary. Vexillary. Thus we can see the arrangement of the members of petals or sepals in a word with respect to each other is known by the name aestivation. 4 different types of aestivations are valvate, twisted, imbricate and vexillary. In the case of valvate aestivation, no overlapping, and when coming to twisted aestivation, one edge is in and the other edge is out, and they are arranged in a twisted way. And when coming to imbricate, here also overlapping is there in an irregular manner in such a way that some members are completely out and some members completely in and the remaining in and out. This type of arrangement is known by the name imbricate as seen in gulmohar, acacia, cisalpinia, etc. And here in the case of vexillary, and this is usually seen in the family Fabaceae. Formerly it was known by the name Papillonaceae, a subfamily of this subfamily of Leguminosae. Here we can see one standard petal which is completely out, two lateral wing petals, partially in and partially out, and the keel petals, which is completely in. This type of arrangement is known by the name vexillary. Now we can study placentation. The arrangement of ovules within the ovary along the placentum is called placentation. That is the arrangement of ovules within the ovary along the placentum is called placentation. There are 5 different types of placentations, namely marginal placentation, axial placentation, parietal placentation, free-central placentation, and basal placentation. Marginal, axial, parietal, free-central, and basal. In the case of marginal placentation, you know, here the ovules are arranged on the ventral suture on the placentum, as in the case of pea, beans, etc. Here it is the ventral suture, and here these are the placenta, and upon this placenta the ovules are arranged, and this is what is called marginal placentation. The second one is axial placentation. In the case of axial placentation, the ovules are arranged on the central axis, which is separated by septum, as seen in the case of hibiscus, lady's finger, etc. This is axial placentation. Then comes the third type, parietal placentation. Here you know, here the ovules are arranged on the inner margin of the ovary or the peripheral part of the wall of the ovary, as in the case of mustard. Here you know, parietal placentation. Then comes the free-central placentation. Here also we can see the ovules are arranged on the central axis, but here is no partition by the formation of septa, as in the case of axial placentation. This is usually seen in dianthus, primrose, etc. And the next type is basal placentation. This we can usually see in the case of the ray florets and tube florets, etc. of sunflower, marigold, etc. Here we can see a single ovule is produced from the base of the ovary, and only one seed is developed, as in the case of ray florets and disc florets of this sunflower, marigold, etc. Thus we can see the different types of placentations are marginal placentation, then axial placentation, parietal placentation, free-central, and basal. Here in the case of marginal placentation, the ovules are arranged on the ventral suture, and here in the axial placentation we can see the ovules are arranged in the central axis, and which is partitioned by the septa. And when coming to parietal placentation, here the inner margin, the ovules are arranged on the inner margin of the ovary, and free-central, it is in the central axis itself, but no septa formation is here. And in the case of basal placentation, only one ovule is produced from the base of the ovary, as in the case of marigold, sunflower, etc. This much about placentation. Next, we have to study fruits. Fruit, you know, it is the ripened ovary after fertilization. Ripened ovary after fertilization. In certain cases we can see fruit may be formed without fertilization. In such a case it is called parthenocarpic fruits. Such fruits can be seen in the case of grapes, some oranges, banana, etc. And here you know, in the case of fruit, a typical fruit has got two different parts, namely a pericarp and a seed. And the pericarp may be dry or fleshy. In the case of fruits with fleshy pericarp, we can see there are three different regions or parts, namely epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. These three parts together known by the name pericarp, within which we can see the seed is enclosed. In the case of mango and coconut, we can see this type of fruit. And here in the case of mango, the fleshy part or the pericarp consists of epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. In the case of coconut, the mesocarp is fibrous. And here the fruits of both mango and coconut is known by the name drupe. Drupe. It is an one-seeded fruit developed from monocarpellary superior ovary. One-seeded fruit developed from monocarpellary superior ovary. Here fruits are the ripened ovary after fertilization, and a typical fruit has got two parts, that is the pericarp and seed. The pericarp, when it is fleshy, has three different parts, namely epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. Here the outer region is called the epicarp, the fleshy region is called mesocarp and the endocarp, that harder region endocarp, within which the seed is enclosed. Then again the fruit of mango and coconut is popularly known by the name drupe. It is an one-seeded fruit developed from monocarpellary superior ovary. This much about a fruit. Now, today we can stop here.